In fact, Major General Sudhakar Jee, quickly getting you in here as well. Major General Sudhakar Jee, a step like this being taken, what does it really convey, of course, to the larger ecosystem, to the surroundings of where these terrorists live, Major General Sudhakar Jee? And perhaps, why wasn't it done earlier? We don't see it often being done.
A good question. With a threshold of tolerance, acceptance, accommodation. Our philosophy is so evolved that we tend to accept things as a way of life. So anyway, the time for retribution, not rhetorics. We need to ensure such retribution which are eternal in enduring in nature. When I say this, what I mean is, Uday, that we need to target the top leadership or middle rung or the low leadership. We need to target the ecosystem. We need to target the infrastructure there existing. We need to target the money laundering. We need to target the command control communication. We need to apply all our resources, whole of nation, be it the naval resources, be it the aerial resources, be it the space resources or the ground resources. It is now or never. As far as Pakistan is concerned, our political objective should be to ensure that it ceases to exist. Not only the terrorists to be tackled, this nation state doesn't deserve to exist on the face of earth. It should be erased permanently. And we need to actually collaborate with the neighboring states or neighboring nations like Iran and Afghanistan, activate the western border. As also Indus Water Treaty revocation or suspension is a master stroke. I would say it is a force multiplier. It will take some time for effective implementation, but it will ensure that Pakistan is brought to the knees. There will be droughts, there will be famines. It will hit the below the belt of people living below the poverty line. However, the matter which actually is ensuring continuance of this proxy war, bleeding India with 1,000 cuts, it must be countered effectively by an effective counter strategy of bleeding back Pakistan eternally. It should not exist any further because India is the threshold of tolerance is totally disappeared. It is no longer there. If we do not take any action, then it is going to be repeated in future. Last but not the least, Uday, if you allow me, there is one point which we need to decide. What is it that India is looking for? What is the objective? First and foremost, as an independent observer and defense analyst, I would say India should look for shifting the line of control further to the west by 15-20 kilometers.